This Saturday night, UFC 137 takes place from the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, with a welterweight main event pitting Nick Diaz against BJ Penn. Fight Network spoke with Penn just days before the fight, and despite a mutual respect, is ready to go to war with the Stockton native.
You know what, at first it was strange that the fight was being put together, but here we are on fight week, and it's time to go, you know, and this is a job like any other. This is business, and I'm gonna, you know, I'm in that ring, and I'm gonna give it my best shot, and yeah, whether it's friend or foe, standing across the octagon, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Penn has called Diaz the best boxer in mixed martial arts, which is a label that Freddie Roach has given to Penn, and the Hawaiian is ready for the stand-up game of Diaz.
Striking without giving too much of my game plan, you know. I'm gonna, you know, this is mixed martial arts. I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to use every skill I have to walk out of the octagon with my hand raised. So, you know, we're just gonna have to wait till Saturday night to see what happens.
One of the key people getting Penn ready for this fight is former rival Matt Hughes, who has shared the octagon with Penn on 3 occasions and brought Penn out to Hillsboro, Illinois.
Well, I always respected Matt over the years, you know, even while we were having the rivalry and everything. And I started talking when we were out in Abu Dhabi, when I was fighting Frankie Edgar and he was fighting Kenzo Gracie. We started talking more and kind of hanging out because, you know, we probably never fight again. But after that, I was going to fight John Fitch, and I was thinking about Matt Hughes, and I was like, man, he'd be a perfect guy to use to train for John Fitch. John Fitch's wrestling, and he came down and he trained with me in Hawaii, and then from there I went up to Hillsboro. I got to train with Matt, Jeremy Horn, Pat Miletich, and Robbie Lawler, and you know, picked their brains about certain stuff that they like to do, and we kind of just shared some techniques back and forth. One
of the areas people have looked to exploit with Nick Diaz is his inability to defend against strong wrestling, and that's an area that Penn is focused on.
I think my wrestling is at a pretty high level. I might not have all the exact same techniques that certain people have as far as wrestling goes, but you know, I think I can get them to my strong positions, and I can work some stuff off that and probably get them to the ground. But I think, you know, a lot of people, they're thinking Nick Diaz has no takedown defense and anything, you know, or anything. I think, I'm sure he's preparing. I'm sure he's ready for that stuff.
Without looking past Diaz, Penn is aware of what his ultimate goal is at 170 pounds.
You know, if I get a strong performance on Saturday, you know, one of my driving things in my head was trying to become a 3-time UFC champion. If you become a 3-time UFC champion, I would have to say that, you know, you're pretty legit. You've had a decent career.
BJ Penn steps into the octagon with Nick Diaz this Saturday at UFC 137, kicking off at 9 p.m. Eastern on pay-per-view.